Because I think that your story can really touch a lot of young kids that they can tell when things are real. Like, I think that's what with you, it seems like people are drawn to you because they can see it's real. There's so many fake.
Yeah.
So,
Real and to be in the real world, not PlayStation, not all this, because you see all the kids now, they play, they kill the police, they kill all the people with PlayStation. You see Fortnite, my children, all the people, but it's not the reality. This is why many young people, they shoot the police, they shoot the people in the street, because they don't understand, they don't realize that it's not a PlayStation play. It's real gun, and real bullet, and real life. But this is the evolution. But the problem is because the parents, they don't educate.
So in that case, that's good. So let me press pause here. Check.
I think, like I said to you, I try because it's difficult for me in English, some words, and after I wait 1 or 2 seconds,
Yes. Okay.
or perhaps I come back.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to record up here. Let's see.
Yeah, at the beginning I need really, when I was young, one of the things is because I was alone. I don't have father, and at school, when you don't have father, brother, you be alone. And many people, I have many trouble with people, but nobody can help me. It's only my mother. She come so many times to help me to the school because I'm alone. When a younger guys have a problem, he call the brother, the grand brother, he call his father, and for me, I'm alone. This is why I have so many problems, and my mother come many times to help me at school. And after I discover just, it's not technique, it's not martial art, it's just to survive. Because when the people, they fight me, I start to bite when I was young. And I saw one of my friends, 30 years, I saw him 1 year ago, and he remembered me when I was young. He beat me 2 times at school, and the last time I bite him, and after this, he never attacked me again. Another guy, he come now, is my student, and he beat me many times when I was young, and he robbery my bicycle. And now he come 2 years ago to my dojo, and I buy him a toy, a little cycle, and I give to him a little bicycle 2 years ago. Yeah, it's the revenge of the life, but you need to use the knowledge and my new, not for violence, just to survive again, just to help the people to survive. But the only problem now is all the young people, they look TV, they look the TV series, they look PlayStation, and they saw so many violence, it became natural to kill the people with knife, with gun. And after, they do this in the reality. But the reality is completely different. Many people cry. This is why it's difficult when you are young and you are alone. And this is why, when I was teenager, it's a choice to be in the good way or bad way. But if you have a solid base and parents, easy to go to the bad way. This is what's happened for me. And after I decided, my father died, I was 2 years old, and all my teenager, I said, I have a kid when I was 23, like the same age of my father. And 23 years old, I have my first son. But again, no, I don't have guide, no, guide, yeah, I don't have guide, nothing. I try to learn by myself. And after, for sure, I go some judo, some karate, some boxing when I was young, but I don't like for this moment because I have many violence to school. And I said the traditional, this one cannot help me. And I start to become vicious at school. And after, when I was 13, 14, here we go for Rocky, Karate Kid, and for sure Bruce Lee. The first time I saw the movie of Bruce Lee, I was 3 years old at the theater. And after this, it was a revelation, revelation. And I started to train, I was 15, alone in my house. And I put some bottle in the wall, and I kicked the bottle. My mother said, "You are crazy." I put some balls with a line to touch for the precision. I put some metal in my garden to hit the metal with the elbow. And this is a start, And after, one day, one of my best friends, we have many fights in the street. And one of my best friends is a champion of judo in Belgium. We have many fights, but I always finish the fight before him. Him and me against 2, against 3, against 4 people. He beat 1 and I beat 2 with the vicious move, not with the technique. He was 2 times more big than me, and I beat him easily at the dojo many times. And one day, I was 20, 21, he come to me and he said me, "Fred, give me a punch." I said, "No, yeah, give me a punch to my house." A friend, I said, "No, I beat you again. I don't want to play now." He said, "Give me a punch." I give him a punch. 1 second, Silla, bam, 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 bam. Me on my sofa. "What is this?" He said to me, "This is Penchak Silat." And behind my back, he discovered the Penchak Silat, and he got to train 6 months before to show me. And like this, he trained 6 months. And I say, "Okay, tomorrow I want to meet these guys from Silat, because he will be more real for fight. Because my first master in Paris is a grand master of Silat. He was very focused about the tradition, but very focused about the vicious way. And I recognize me, because all my life was be vicious in the street. To survive, I use more the usual weapon, the natural weapon, than martial art. But when I discovered this style of Silat, because it's not traditional Silat, it was a street fight Silat, it will be a revelation for me, and a real one. And when I arrived to the first course, all the people smiled, because I was very thin, I'm not big guys, and all the team beat me. 1 year. And after 1 year, I don't know what's happened, something changed, and I start to train completely different. I go 3-4 years every week to Paris. Every week is 350 kilometers. I go for 3 classes, and I come back every week, 5 years. And after I start to teach Silat in Belgium. At this moment, we don't talk about MMA, we don't have all this, because in Europe, MMA starts around 2000. And for sure, before this, I'm thinking that Silat is the only way, and Silat is the best way. And after, I try to go to another dojo, and I saw that I'm not the best. This is why I try a MMA fight 15 years ago. I lose the decision. I was not ready, no boxing. 2 packets of Marlboro cigarette, 2 boxes of cigarette. Before my fight, I was in the parking smoking. And the referee came and said, "Fred, you need to fight." "Yes, just wait, I'm smoking." "You're smoking? You fight in 2 minutes?" "No problem, because for me it's not dangerous. It's a sport. I go to the ring, yeah, perhaps he beat me, but I was not afraid. If he beat me, tomorrow I can go to work. In the street, they stab me 2 times, they shoot me 1 time, sometimes 2 people on me, and they play football with my head on the ground. This is painful, more painful. And I go, but it's a mistake, I was not ready. But I go without fear. No problem, it's a fight. He knocked me down, no problem. Well, I go back home tonight, So, because when you work in security, you don't know if you go back every night. This is the reality. This is why I was completely not afraid to go to the MMA fight. After this, I realized that Silat is not the only way, and I start Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Master Flavio Birang, and my instructor from Belgium, Frank Baes, is a great guys. And it was again a new revelation for me. Wow, grand fight. And I start now, it's 14 years. I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu too. And I mix now, and after I train Kali too, because in Silat we use the knife, but it's not so good. The good way to use the knife is the Kali way. After you have many Kali system, many Kali style, but I respect all the style. You need to take the good technique at the good moment, use the good technique at the good moment. More is the same discourse for more instructor, but I don't see application of this. I just hear the discourse, but I don't see application. And for sure, one of my big revelation was Bruce Lee when I was young, and after I discovered Paul Vunak. Paul Vunak, it was a big inspiration for me, 25 years ago. Yeah, because I saw his first video with a headbutt, elbow, and I said, this is real, this is not martial art, this is not traditional, this is for street fight. And in this moment, my job, it was like a bouncer. And like a bouncer, I don't want to find harmony, I don't want to find philosophy. I just want to find the good way to fight, for street fight. But again, with respect, with all of this, I'm a respectful guy. But I'm Italian, it's difficult for me to to stay calm. But now I'm a little bit older. But if I need to survive, I'm always okay. It's not a problem. Not for the sport, for sure. And I go to train boxing, I go to train now MMA, and I try to mix all this to help the people. But the most important is the street, is the awareness situation. If you are aware, like GCVD tell, you can avoid 50% of the attack, just to be aware. And this is very important. The attacker in the street is like the lion in the jungle. The lion don't attack the chief. The lion attack the sad animal. He attack the whole animal. He don't attack the boss. The attacker in the street is the same. If he see that you are ready, if he see that you are not afraid, trust me, he don't come. But if you are afraid, you become a target. This is very important. And I teach to my students, at the beginning you are a target, and we train to become a predator. This is the difference. If someone attacks you, for sure you need to be, I need to be honest. We are not in Afghanistan, we are not in Israel, the attack, but you can survive. If you can kill the guys, it's easy to not kill the people. Easy. This is the way we train, and to create a real family, a real family. All my students, they need to be respectful. This is very important. I like to say, you don't have bad student, only bad instructor. If the instructor have a big head, the student have a big head. If the instructor misrespect to the people, it's normal the student follow. Because when you are a master like mine at the beginning, you say MMA is bullshit, Kali is bullshit, only Silat is good. Yes, but when you go to MMA, you discover that is not true. It's always true in your dojo. When you train and you teach your student, it's always easy. Now I have 47, I take my back and I go to train to all the style, like a student. This is this is my life. I don't stop to train. If you stop to train, you died. This is very important. But awareness situation is the most important. It's like when I was young, the fight is like a gang now in America, but low level. It's very empty hand, sticks, natural weapon, and sometimes shoot. But it's the big problem in Belgium and Europe is the drugs. This is different. America, you have drugs too, but many people, they have weapon. In Europe, no weapon. I have a security company and VIP protection. I agreement by the Ministry of Defense in Belgium, but empty hand. For all the security people in Europe, empty hand. No baton, no pepper spray, no handcuff, nothing, nothing. And you need to deal with empty hand. This is the reality. And we are, from Brussels, we are 1 hour from Holland, #1 platform of drugs in the world. In Europe, #1 in Europe. And all the people, they take drugs, they drive 1 hour to Holland, they buy 10 pills, and they go back to the nightclub. And the nightclub in Belgium is 10 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock in the morning. Imagine at 4 o'clock in the night with pills, cocaine, and alcohol. Many times when we arrive, we smile, all my team, 10 o'clock, 11, midnight, and when it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the night, it's a tradition in Belgium. Guys, here we go now. Now, the last 3-4 hours, you never know what's happened. But the problem with drug and pills, you can fight the guys 10 minutes. You break the guys, but they don't sleep. This is why I create also the MDS Tactical, to control the people without too much injury. And now, we don't have customer in Europe. All it's open. You can go to Belgium, Italy, Germany, yeah, all it's open. This is, the violence is completely different, and the evolution of the violence. In Europe, we don't have so many guns, but knife. This is why sometimes the American people, they don't understand the power of MDS or the violence of MDS, because we fight 99% with empty hand. We don't have gun to survive. For sure, it's more easy in America. Now, when I come every time, it's more easy. Many states you have gun. For sure, the people, they look 2 times before to attack you, because you know that perhaps you have gun. In Belgium, normal people, nobody have gun. And it's only the bad people have gun in Belgium. This is very, very important. And when I was young, no rules, and I make bad thing, 10 years, 12 years, I made bad thing, and 1 year, one of my girlfriend, I was 19, and they have security school, a normal event for the school. They rent a place for a party, and with the money, they go to holiday with the school. And 2 hours before, I was 19, she said to me, oh, the security, they cancel the security, no security tonight. But this time, the party was in my city. And I look at her, you don't need security, I'm here. I know all the people, all the bad guys, they know me. I'm a cool guy, but they know that I don't go back. This is my mentality, and for sure, it's because I need to survive. Many times when I was young, and I became a little bit crazy and predator. And I go to this party alone. I think 500 people, I was 19, alone. All the bad guys come, but they was my friend, or my colleague, or my guys in the street. And the party was perfect. And the director of the school, he said, oh, I would like you to work every month for our party. Okay, let's go. And after this, it was a big club in my city, but in centrum of the city, the most dangerous place on my city.
And like when you lean forward too, you see that? When you're like leaning forward, like remember you were, yeah. And just think.
And after I do the security many times for this school, and I start to call some of my friends. But it's always bad guys. It's always bad guys, because at this moment we don't have agreement for the ministry, nothing in Belgium. Every people can become a bouncer. If you are bad guys, you become a good bouncer. Yeah, all the bouncer, it's a bad guys team. Like this, they can manage all the gang. This is very important. and I have many problems because they have a big gang who racket all the place, and when they come to my place, they have a big problem. They have a big problem because at this moment, no rules. Again, it's to survive. I'm on the door. I'm not here to fight. I'm just here to survive. No rules, no agreement, no professionalism, because I was not professional at the beginning. Just, I save the party. How is not important. I save the party. Nobody disturb my place. And for this, I test 99% of my silat move. I can say if this move is good or this move is not good, because every night I try a new move. And I tell to my team, okay, tonight I want to try this. If I have a problem, tonight I try this. And I try every night. And we smile and we joke like this. But we have many problems, but I have bad guys around me. I was not me a good guy at this moment. And easy. And after, we have a fight on the week, because they come to the nightclub, and after meeting on the week, and two gang together, two team together, fight in the street, and after this, the respect start. And one of my guys, I was training Penchak Silat, I was 22, I was 70 kilo, and one of the boss of the most big club of my town, Charleroi, come to the course. He come to see my instructor and he said, oh, I would like to have a bouncer because my bouncer have a problem with the health and I need a new bouncer. On the class, you have 10 people, 5 times like me, older than me. And my instructor said, look, these young guys, take it. And the boss said, I don't need barman. I talk to you about bouncer. Why you show me these guys? He talk about me. Why you show me these guys? I don't need barman. I need a bouncer at the door to stop all the bad guys. And my instructor said, let's try with these guys, and we talk a little bit later. He called me 2 months later, and he said, okay, come to test one night. And I start 3 years to this place immediately, and I work alone 6 months. 500, 600 people, alone. And I have fight every night. Yeah, they want to test me. When I say to the people, no, it's not possible for you tonight, they look at me like this, you stop me? Maybe. I love to go outside and I close the door. The street teach me the violence. She teach me also the respect, but to have the respect, you need to pass by violence. This is the only way. This is why now I try to help the people, because I don't want people to do only violence. Violence is only to survive. This is very, very, very important for me. One of the fights who changed my life, I was 17, and I was a motorcycle, and I have a problem at school with one guy, same age than me, and you need to know that when I was 17, I have 8 years of judo. When I was young, I make judo, and after I stopped because I have a big injury. I was champion of my city of judo when I was young, and big injury I have a big injury to my ankle, and I need to stop. And this fight, I was 17, I have a normal problem with one guy in my school, same age, and I smash him. I don't fight with him, but I smash him. That's it, it's small problem. 2 days after, I go outside to the school with my motorcycle, and a car stopped me. I stay on my bicycle, one guy come out, he was more than 10 years older than me. I don't know him. He come to me and bam, immediately he bang me. I go down with my bicycle and bam, and he kick me. I go back to my home like this, and I don't understand what's happened. After I discovered that he is the brother of the guys, but big one, 2 times like me, 17. 2 years later, I was in a nightclub with some friends. I go outside, and I hear a car to stop. I look, and this guy recognize me, and he come again. He gave me the first punch. This is why I want to explain that the real violence changed my life about martial art. He come to me, he give me a punch, but now I'm ready. Easy for me, I go down, judo throw, bam, on the ground. I was on the top, and I start to kick him. And in one moment, I saw it choose. Bam! His friend kicked me, like I love to say, like a Brazilian football Brazil, and he kicked me on the face. I go down, and they kick me 3 guys, 5 minutes. I go to hospital, I go to this, and after this I say, oh, now it's finished to be legal, to be honest. Before this, I don't use material. After this, I chose the hammer. Hammer was my best friend so many years. But this fight changed my life because I want just to fight MTN. This is the reality of the street. But at this moment, I think it's a normal fight. I don't think about this friend. But when I received the first shot in my head, I was done. I was finished for me, impossible to survive. And I go to hospital, the people stop because they want to kill me. And it's a taxi, I remember, it's a taxi guys, he stopped the car to come to help me. After this, I changed my vision of fight, for sure, 100%. I changed my vision. 1 year later, I was 19, I was a big accident with a car, big accident. I was 3 days in the coma, 2 months hospital, 6 months home, 32 fracture, all my body is broken. And to the hospital, the doctor said to me and my mother, I'm sorry guys, but for you sport is finished. Wow, I was 19, look 20 years later, but I come back, and again, like Rocky, like Karate Kid, like this, and I don't stop to train, and I recover all. And now, look my background. This is one of the story too. I have all this. The same, another fight in the club, 3 guys against me, and one of the guys, he stabbed me on the back. But big injury. And I have another guys in protection, and these guys shoot these guys and me too, in the same time. It's another good story. Now I smile for sure. But at this moment I was young, I was stupid. I don't realize what's happened. I'm not afraid about my life. I'm not afraid about died. This is why I changed after this. When my first son born, I try to be more clean, more good guys, because I don't want to go in jail or I don't want to die like my father. And after this, I changed my opinion and I changed to start. And they start to call me for a big club, one of the most big club in my town, 3,000 people every night. And I arrived for working. And the chief of the security, he looked at me, what do you want? I just want to work. I come from Charleroi city. Oh yeah, Charleroi is very dangerous, but you are too small. I have 70 kilo, all the big guys. And this night, they have a fight. 2 bouncers knockout. And I go to this guy, say, do you want help? Because at this moment, I don't know what is the choke. I don't know, it's only silat and street fight and destroy the people. And the guy said, let's go boys, let's go. don't play, just sit. And the chief of the security fight with these guys. And he followed on 2 times. And me again, I said, do you need help? And in one moment, it's like a movie, okay, let's go. You want to go, let's go to 2 minutes. And I break the legs of these guys, the break, immediately. Boom, I break the legs. We still have the whole technique, the whole thing is to survive. I trained some seminar with Master Turpin. Master Turpin come from Siliwangi Commando. The silat is to survive. It's not to fight, it's not for the heart. And my spirit, when I fight with these guys, is not to kill, but it's the way to kill. It's not to control. And after this, the guy said, give me your phone. And he called me 2 months later. I remember it was the Christmas day. And he said, I have 2 guys, impossible. Do you want to work for the Christmas day? I was 22. I said, let's go. And he put me in the room, because this nightclub have 5 big rooms. And he put me in the room alone with, I don't know, 200 people here, 200 here, 200 here. And first night, little problem, I arrive, but I'm very thin. And I try to stop the fight, and the 2 people they punch me because they think that I'm a client to people hospital. And the bouncer says, it's finished for you, first night, but you are too dangerous, go back. And after they have problem with a gang of my town. And he called me back 1 month after, he called me back, oh, do you know this guy, we have problem, he want to go to shoot. I say, yeah, I know all these people. Okay, come again. And I come, and he said, now, you don't work inside. We have 2 jobs in Belgium, the door and inside. It's not better, but it's 2 different jobs. It's completely different. And he said, now you don't go inside, now you stay at the door with me. Because it's the way that you stop all the bad guys. It's at the door, not inside. And I start, all the bad guys come, but I know, because I work in Charleroi before in my city, the same people. When I work with my first girlfriend to the school, the same people again. And now they come to the new club. And some guys come inside. And the chief of the security said, no, this is dangerous, guys. Don't worry. Here with me, no problem. And no problem. And I managed 3 years. I became the chief of the security of this club 3 years. And after this, the other boss of nightclub in Belgium, they call me to have a team. And this is how I start to put team. But at the beginning, for sure, we are not talking about good guys. We are talking about guys that they can stop violence. But the problem at this moment, they stop the violence with violence. Now I teach people to stop violence with talking, with prevention. This is how I create MDS, is to be part of MDS too. Just to educate the people, how to work, how to avoid the fight, how to avoid the conflict. This is very important. When you fight, is the last step. You need to think about all this before. And I have so many stories like this. They come to Racket and they put a bomb, the car of my boss, boom, in front of the club. Yeah, so many people. But we don't have police. In USA, many clubs, you have the police. In Belgium, the police don't work with the security. Because 20 years ago, not now. Because all the security are bad guys. They don't work together. Now we work together 100% because all the security guys need to have agreement by the ministry. They have a course. Now it's professional. But 20 years ago, the police don't like the bouncer because all the bouncers, they have gun, but not legal. They have weapon just to save the place. This is why at this moment you need to be careful about the bad guys and you need to be careful about the police too, because if they come, they arrest you. But with me, I was a very good relation with the police because with me, they don't need to write too many times because I arrange all the problem by myself. And they said, with you, it's more easy for us. We just need to call ambulance. We don't need to work a lot. And I have a good relation. And after, you became better. You became better with the life. Now I have 4 children with my wife. And I just want to educate the people to be better, not just in martial art, like we talk, not just in MDS, it's a system, it's not just a martial art, it's not just a fight. It's just to educate the people to be better in your life every day, but not just talk. Do this, do it, not just talk. All my students, they are respectful, all the world. You need to respect the people. If someone attacks you, make your job. And again, it's not a sport. When you fight with someone in the street, you don't know when, where. I have many fights with boxing guys, with this. It was easy for me in the street. But I'm sure on the ring, 2 minutes and I sleep. This is why I'm not a sport guy. Yeah, in Belgium, it's depending the town. Most of the gang in my town was more Moroccanian and Turkish people. In Brussels, it's the same, but little more Albanian. All the city have a different gang. And sometimes they work together for drugs, for robbery, for all this. And they have big money. And to spend the money is nightclub. They come every weekend, champagne, woman, like a movie, and they spend money, and they feel that they are the boss, because nobody attack this kind of people. They have bodyguards, they have weapons, they have all of this. And if your security is not bad guys at this moment, after 2 weeks, they don't pay anymore the champagne. They don't pay anymore the entrance. This is what's happened in many clubs. In many clubs. Now, this club is our club. They don't pay nothing. And after this, the good client, they stop to come. And you have only bad guys inside. And when you have a problem, trust me, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. This is why it's better. I have some bad guys. I refuse all the bad guys on my door. But I take coffee with these guys on the week. I say, okay, this is my job. If you come inside, or you shoot me, or I stab you. Let's go to stay good. This is not for you, and I saw you tomorrow. We take a coffee. It's not against you. It's against here. Why? Some of sponsors, they like Armani, Boss, they like clothes, they like to go to Miami, to Brazil. Me, when I go back home, I put the money on the table for my family. This is completely different. If you break my club, I don't have money, and my family don't eat. For this, I can die. And for this, I can kill you. No problem. It's my job. It's my job. But it's my job to survive. Because if I don't do this job, I need to go back to the bad life. And I don't want anymore to go to the bad life. And you need to manage all this stuff. This question is difficult for me because I know that I try my best to be a good father, a good husband, but I know that I make so many mistakes. My first 2 children I don't see anymore because I work like a bouncer 3 nights, 4 nights. I don't see my whole son. It was difficult because I don't know how to educate. I don't know how to kiss my children. I never talk the first. Now the last 2 is different because I'm older. But the first one, I never take the first one in my arm. I never kiss the first one because I never see this in my family, in my private life. And this is why now I try to think about all I miss. And this is why I fight so more to become better, because I miss so many years with my children, with my family. I think this is why I try to fight so much for the respect for the code, for the royalty. I think is one of the part of the response, I think, because nobody teach me this. But I come from the Italian family, and we have all this code naturally. But I discovered this code by myself. Nobody helped me for this. And I want to be honest, when I was young, I don't want this. I just want money to survive. Because my mother don't have money, and I don't want to ask money to my mother. I make my money by myself because she don't have money. And I started to live alone. I was 18 years old. I live alone, and I don't have money. My mother want to give me money. I said, no, I'm okay. And I do bad thing to have money because I don't want to disturb his life too. She helped me all the life. She support me all the life. Because when I go to hospital, when I go to the judges and all the shit, and I try many drugs again when I was young, I try all in my life. This is the reality. But after, I'm very proud to change, and now I change and I want to inspire the people. This is what I'm the most proud in my life, is to inspire the people. Just to be better in the life, in the martial art, with the family, with the children. But I'm learning. I learn again. Huh? I'm not good. I try my best. For the moment. But I hope one day I became a good guy, more. And it's the most inspiration, not for martial art, for the human. This is for me the most important. You know, all my students, if you are number 1 in the world, but if you are not the good guys, you don't come to MDS. And when I was young, I was very jealous about many of my friends. When it's the birthday of my friend, I go and I saw the family, the father, I saw the love of the family. And when I go back home, I'm alone. What I do? I don't kiss my father or my mother. I take my hoodies and I go in the street. Yeah. In martial art, yeah, Flavio Behind, from Behind Jiu-Jitsu, for sure. It's a big inspiration for me. My brother Doug Marcaida took knife because he's not against, I love to say, like, you know, it's a Wikipedia of Cali, but it's a huge human. It's an incredible guy. He has a big heart. This is for me the most important. I saw so many instructors, they are very good, but they are stupid. And I cut immediately the links. Guru Danilo Santo. It's a legend, much respect to him, much respect to what he created. But I don't have the idol. I'm not fun about anybody. I'm just fun about my children. But I try to find all, because good question, no, I don't have guide. I don't have. I cannot tell you that this is my expression of this. It's after one moment, I don't know what changed in my life, in my mind. And one day I said, now stop. I want to be a good guy. I want to be a good man. But I need time.
That's good.
To be honest, in my first life, in my group, I'm the only one who became this. 15% died, and the other 40% are in jail. And the other 10% are drug addicts. Sometimes when I go to see my mother, my whole city, and I saw some friend of mine 25 years ago, and they are also in the street, and they take drug again. It's difficult for me. It's difficult. I would like to help, but how? How can I help? I try to help as much as possible, you know me. But for sure, if I have million, I help more the people. But for this moment, yeah, it's difficult for me. This is again why I try to stay humble and why I try to stay my food. I have a normal house. It's a whole farm, normal house. I have a good car, but because I drive many in Belgium, I just need because I pay for in my back or this. But my house, it's not a Hollywood house. Oh no, it's a whole farm, hold, and just good moment just to stay home. I don't go to nightclub anymore. I go to restaurant and don't go to the bar with my friend. If you want to see me, you come to my house, and I stay to my house, and I'm good. I have a good big garden. I have 4 dogs. I love animals. I have 4 dogs. I love all the people, but if you break my balls, I make my job. But I love all the people. Yeah, about the violence in Belgium now, it's more dangerous. But dangerous not for security, because now the police war with the security. And now on the nightclub, it's less dangerous than my time, but in the street, it's more dangerous than before. Very more dangerous. Now, in Belgium, if Saturday night at midnight, for sure, someone can attack you. But now, Saturday at 1:00 p.m., in front of all the people, you can be attacked for no rules. First, some part of the city are safe. Now, this one is finished too. Yeah, because I'm not racist, I love all the people, but all the migrants and all of this is like me when I was young. They come and they need to eat. They don't attack people to go to Rio de Janeiro. They don't attack people to go to Miami. They attack people to eat. They don't have money. And now all the migrants, they don't have money. All the Moroccanians, they bring all the family because they think it's better in Belgium or France. And all these people, they don't work. And many of us, they don't like to work. I want to be honest. If you come in Belgium with all your family, you have 2,000 per month without working. 2,000 per month without working. Why you got to work? They have 2,000 just for free, and after this they make some business. They make another 2, 3, or 4,000. Imagine 5, 6,000 without working. It's good life. And normal people, you go to work 8, 10 hours every day for 2,000. This is the normal price in Belgium. When you work, it's 2,000. And this is why now the violence in the street is more than before. In security is less. But now I stopped security 2 years ago, and it's different. It's different, the security. First, the gang attack the gang. Why? Because the bouncer is bad guys. And bad guys against bad guys, it's just one way to resolve the problem. It's just one way. Now it's less dangerous because no more bad guys like security, and we collaborate with the police. When the bouncer have a problem, he call the police, 2 minutes, the police arrive. 20 years ago, if you call the police, oh, this nightclub, okay, we come back in 2 hours, no problem, sir. When the problem is finished, we come. Now, yeah, but the normal violence of all the day, the attack woman, they don't talk about this, but in Germany, 2 years ago, New Year's, they raped 200 women in one night. You know this? 200 women in one night in Germany. 200 women raped in one night. This is the new violence. And this is why MDS is famous, because the new violence is not fight. The new violence is to survive. The father of one of my friends died. He was to bancomat to take money, and the migrant come and he stabbed him immediately, and he died for 25 euro. 25 euro, yeah, because they kill you to survive. It's not good, but it's the reality, and it's the reality. And when the police arrest these people, they are happy, because now in jail, they have television, they eat every day, they go to the shower every day. It's better to go in jail than the fucking street life. This is why now the violence is completely different now. Everywhere, every part, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. In Italy, you are a little bit safe in Italy because you have some old family. You know, I think you know what I mean when I talk about family in Italy, and not so much attack in Italy. Of the Islam party, he want on the bus, bus for women, bus for men. I respect this. Do this in your fucking country. Yeah. Do this in your country. Why you don't do this in your country?
Yeah, we should. Alrighty. Here we go. Yep. Time code. Rolling. Time code.
This is right, because in Belgium, many years ago, I think 60 years ago, it was only immigration of Italian. But they come to have a good life. But they come for work, not for robbery. They work, and after they bring the family to have a better life. But the new generation of migrant, or the country, I'm not talking about this or this, or the migrant, most of them, they come not for work. And again, because I don't like to talk about politics, but if you have war in your country, fight for your country. And all the fucking migrants in Belgium, 80%, they come alone. You are leaving your country because it's a war. And you come alone in Europe? And your wife and children stay in the fucking country? And you come alone? You know why? Because after 3 months, they have subvention. And sometimes after 1 month, they have subvention. One of the Muslims I know, his cousin come from Morocco. He have 1,000 after 1 week. 1,000 every month without working. In Morocco, the normal salary is 100 per month. You have 1,000. It's Miami. It's Ibiza. He brings his family, and after, he don't work. Why you work? You have 1,000 without working. Why you go to work for 2,000 and work 10 hours every day? It's stupid. It's stupid. It's normal they don't work. But they deal drugs, car, weapon. The weapon in Belgium, all the terrorist attack in Belgium, you need to know that the weapon come from Charleroi, my town. All the terrorist attack in Paris, they buy Kalashnikov in Charleroi, in my town. And the people was arrested, this is why we know. How it's possible? In one town, not you buy 2 Kalashnikov here, 2 here, 2 here, all come from my town. It was a problem. It's a problem. Yeah. This is why I don't change. My headquarters, you know, it's in Charleroi, not outside. And I decide who come in my dojo. Nobody decide for me. You like me or not, nobody. This is why, you know, my HQ is in Charleroi. Easy for me to go 30 kilometers in the campagne, in Charleroi. And I stay in Charleroi. But now I'm okay, they don't come. But 10 years ago, 20 years ago, they come to my dojo. And I make my job again. It's like a bouncer. This is my house. And I chose who come to my house. Many Muay Thai, MMA, they take all the bad guys because they need money. And they have all the bad guys. If you go to the boxing dojo in Charleroi or MMA, 50% is bad guys. 50%. Because they don't have the same honor than before. It's the same martial art. Normally, you need to educate your student for the respect. This is why the people, they don't go anymore to karate, to judo. It's finished. Because we have tradition, philosophy, respect. They don't like this. They don't like this. But they go to MMA for fight in the street. They don't go for the health. They don't go for the body. This is why I'm very close to the boxing. English boxing, you know, is my favorite. Because in English boxing, it's a whole school in Charleroi. You see the team of boxing. If you are a bad guy, impossible for you. And sometimes they take a bad guy to help him to become better. This is the way. But only English boxing. It's the only way in Charleroi. And traditional martial art, but they don't go. Karate, judo, for sure, it's respectful, but they don't go. They go to boxing for fight, not for the health. Not for to be a champion, for fight, just to be better in the fight when they have problem in the street. If you go to a MMA dojo in Belgium, you have some terrorist people. And now in Belgium, we have a big problem, big community of Chechen. Big community of Chechen.
So it's like...
Chechen, they live for war. They born for war and they died for war. And when you have a problem with Chechen in Charleroi, they kill you. Yeah. It's not the same way. But they are very close. In Charleroi, all the weapons, they buy all the weapons to the Turkish organization. Turkish organization, they buy all. They buy car, they buy drugs, and they buy weapons. And I don't understand why they are not arrested. I know why. You want to know why? Because I train the police, I teach the police. Many of us, they talk to the police. This is the rules. This is because sometimes I have discussion with the chief of the police. How this guy is out? Why he's not in jail? Yeah, but you said sometimes he help us. Okay. I said I would like to make the same. I attack the bank every day, but I give you some information, and I'm okay if I attack the bank. I have discussion 2 months ago with the chief of the police. Okay, I would like to stop MDS, just attack bank. And I say, oh, it's me, but I can give you some name if you need. And like this, I'm okay. He don't respond to me. This is again the reality. I'm talking about the government, not the police. The police make his job. But many of my students, the police, they say, I don't want to arrest the people anymore because I know in 1 hour he's outside. He attack. If you don't pay the ticket of your car, you can go in jail in Belgium. But if you attack people, perhaps you don't go in jail. But if you don't pay the ticket of your car, you go in jail. This is the government. The government. Many attack. One of the guys one day in my club, he's a police officer, and he have a fight, and he have a glass on the floor. and I help him, I survive. This fight was at 4 o'clock in the night. He go to the hospital, he survive. 6 o'clock, they arrest the guys. 6 o'clock in the night, I finish, I go outside the club. These guys, he come, hello Fred, bye-bye. I said, 2 hours ago he was arrested. And I called the police, I say, yeah, the judges said, oh, we know, it's these guys, and we go to the tribunal in 2 months, it's 3 months, we know it's these guys. Wow, yeah. This one happened 2 years ago. Yeah, the police, they make his job, but the government, this is the big problem. This is the big problem. I have a fight 14 years ago. I have a big problem with the justice. 3 guys on me, but I have big problem. I cannot explain more, but I have big problem with the justice. 3 guys. Normally 3 guys is difficult. They said to me, no, you are a master of martial art, you need to control 3 people. How I can manage three guys to control? How you have 2 arms. How you can choke 3 guys with 2 arms? I explain. I would like to test, but impossible. And again, for me, it's after the party. It's in the parking, and I switch. For me, the job is finished. It's survive situation for me. If I have the same fight with the 3 guys inside the club, I try my best to not injure the guys. This is my job. But 6 o'clock, I'm fucking tired. I just want to go back home. 3 people attack me in the parking. 3 guys to the hospital. But I have many problems. Many problems. This is why you need to respect all the style again. I respect all the style, but I'm not afraid to fight in the street. I'm not afraid in the ring, I'm not afraid too. But now I'm old, it's finished for me this, but the ring is just a sport. Many people, they talk about MMA, they talk about UFC. I'm a big fan, I'm a big fan of UFC, I'm a big fan of MMA, but it's a sport. And they say, no, it's not a sport, it's all is permitted. No, all is not permitted. I can tell you in 10 seconds, minimum 20 rules. When it's rules, you cannot do, all is permitted. It's not true. Because if you have 1 rules, it's a sport. It's a sport. This is the reality. Because you know me, when I make grappling, maximum 3 seconds, I bite you. Not after 10 minutes of ground fight. My job is to bite you, is to eat you, to survive. It's not to fight. No, no, it's not a joke, it's not a joke. Yeah, because when you bite someone, you don't win the fight, but you stop the action. This is what I want. I don't want to kill the guys, but if someone punch you and you bite his arm, you just stop the punch for some seconds, and you use this second or to finish him, to take your knife, your gun in America, or to run. But if you want to fight with him, you need to have a knowledge in boxing and blah, 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 blah. This is why I have very good relation with all the champions. Only the bullshit level talk about MDS. Only the bullshit level. All the champions, they like, because we train together and we have an exchange. I have a chance to teach to GSP. It was a good moment in my life, for sure. Fight Mastro on the ring against GSP, but I run, no problem. But you see the photo, you see the video. Without rules outside, it was a bad moment for him. And after, he asked me to teach the knife, to teach. This is what I want to explain. If you are with your family and children, you have time to fight, left, right, ground and pound, Jujigatame, choke. It's stupid, it's stupid. And now he understands at the beginning it was difficult, but he's very intelligent guy. He's, for me, the #1 on the planet is GSP. Because the champion for me is not only on the ring, it's outside the ring. This is very important, not just on the ring. If you are a stupid guy outside, because you are the idol of millions of people. This is why I don't like when I saw some champion, like now Conor, now he became perhaps better. I was a big fan of him before. But after, I don't like anymore him. What is the image? Drugs, misrespect to the people, fight the whole guys in the bar. Some years ago, I was a big fan of John Jones. After John Jones, what's happened? Cocaine, he fight the police, he fight all of this. This is the image you want for the children? This is not the image I want for the children. Yeah, because when I talk that I'm not the best, but I'm the most vicious, I'm not the best, but I try my best. The most vicious, what's happened? Because I have so many fights on my club, the guys come to me, and he tell that he want to fight with me. But we are on the nightclub, with good dress, with people, I'm working. If you want to fight with me with sport, we make an appointment, we go with the gloves, we go with the judges, we go with fun, with people. If you want to fight me, you come to my club. I don't come to your house. You come to me to fight with me. I don't wait. I don't wait. And I win many fights in the street because I was vicious. Because if I need to cry, I cry. Don't worry about this. But be careful what's happened in the few seconds. If I need to put my knees on the ground, it's not a problem. Because I know that I buy your balls in 2 seconds. This is my target. When I have a problem with the guys, immediately I switch. I can switch in half a second, I can switch. But I analyze if you want my life, if you want just to knock me out, or if you just want to defeat me, or if you want to kill me, or more. I just need to analyze this. When I analyze this, I charge the response. Okay? But in the street, you can win if you are not the best. I have so many fights with champions. And when you come in Belgium, we have some interview with these people. Just to explain a small one thing, I work like a security in the casino. You can see this guy when you come in Belgium. I don't tell his name, but he was 2-time world champion of Muay Thai. 2-time world champion of Muay Thai. And we work together. And he come to me every day. Wow, penchak silat, blah, 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 it's a dance. Blah, 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 it's a dance. Muay Thai, it's good. You are a good dancer. And he showed me with a pen, because I have many techniques like Kali Silat with a pen, with a stick, with that. And I say, yeah, everybody can put a pen on the throat of someone. It's not because you. And I said to him many times, please, stop, please. Yeah, yeah.
Fred, fais-moi un plaisir. Parle à François. Fred, disregard ce message. Il est destiné pour les combats, s'il te plaît. Dis Fred, fais-moi un plaisir. Serais-tu téléphoné à Julien pour français, en plus? Et qui a la permission d'un enfant? Et voilà mon grand, je suis déjà à Paris pour ton combat. Et ouais, et Fred, comment ça va? J'ai reçu ton message. Dis, je te remercie. Et quand j'arrive à vous, Anaconda, Anaconda, Anaconda. Best fighter for pound in the UFC, Cody Garden on my left. Super fast. Et je vais lui apprendre comment mettre des coups de pied, puis sera inapprochable. Hey Fredo, check TMZ, Sacramento, Jean-Claude Van Damme, UFC, sparring. J'ai pu voir les champions là-bas et j'ai montré un peu ce que c'était. Fred, ouais, téléphone à mon fils.
I try to call him, but not sure. At the beginning, for sure, I create the MDS for myself. I create the MDS to grow, to be better. But now MDS is completely dedicated to help the people around the world. Not for me, it's to help the people. Each kind of people, each kind of style. It's very important to know what is the prevention. In the street, the most important is the prevention. I would like to tell you that the new world became a big Disney world, but it's not the reality. The new world, for me, is more violence again, again, and again, in Europe, in America, all the parts in the world. I would like to don't explain this, but this is the reality. I train police, I train now special force, and I train anti-terrorism group all around the world, and I have contact directly with the people that they defend the country every day. And all these people around the world, they talk to me that is just the beginning, like MDS, but it's just the beginning, it's not the end. And this is why you need to adapt the modern self-defense for the new violence. The violence change is not the same than before all around the world. But all the martial arts don't change. They stay the same technique than you used 200 years ago. But 200 years ago, the violence will be not the same. It's just, again, an adaptation. And for this, only a good man can help against bad guys, if he have sometimes a bad hold knowledge. This is what I'm dedicated for the moment, to help the people, because I have many situations. I was not in the good way when I was young. I know what I'm talking. Many instructors, they talk on the dojo about violence, but they never fight in the street. They talk about the new evolution. But how you can talk about evolution if you don't have problem in the old one and the new one? I'm not better, I'm not the best, but I know what is the reality. And now I want to help the people to understand this new reality. And again, prevention, awareness situation is the most important. The tactic now for the new world, the tactic is more important than martial art, because the tactic now can save your life. You see the last attack knife in Paris. The first, I show you after the video, I have the video. The guys have a knife and a woman 20 meters. She don't change the line. She continued to work on these guys. And when the distance was close, he stopped the woman. This woman with awareness situation, she survived. Because at this moment, it's stupid to teach self-defense. Yes, self-defense now is to help you for the surprise attack. It's not to fight. If you want to fight, go to MMA, go to boxing, and go to the ring. If you want to survive, it's not a sport. And the attack, many times, multiple of the time, is a surprise. He don't call you before to attack women in the street. They don't call you. But this moment happen, and you have only the fight knowledge, is not enough. You need to have knowledge to survive, because you are in a survive situation, not a fight situation. This is what I want to explain to the people. This is how we can help to the people to understand, okay, you go to train all the style, all the martial arts for the health, for the harmony, for the philosophy, yes. But if you talk about self-defense, you need to train the reality of the attack. And the reality of the attack is not left, right, very clean move. It's bad move, surprise move. This is why in MDS we train mainly the conditioning, the body conditioning, to be strong. Not to have the big muscle, but just to be strong, to try to support the first hit or the first attack. Because after this, perhaps you have a chance to run or to fight back again. And now I try to adapt MDS for each country. Each rule is different. Now I have many requests for India, because they have many rap every day for women. What do you teach to this woman? MMA? You go on the ground, you make jujigatame. I don't understand. Yeah, it's a good way. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's a good way. Because you don't hit. How you can, I don't want my daughter, she's 15 years old now, I don't want her to fight with the guy with punch. BJJ, it's a good way to start, to control the guys, to choke the guys, to break the arm eventually, but not to fight. This is what I want to explain. Imagine all these women, they have violence, domestic violence at home. You go on the ground with your husband on the kitchen and you make MMA. No, you need to survive, not to kill the guys, but some hit, some target to stop the attack. And when you stop the attack, you have time to think about what's happened now. I finish the guys, I don't finish, I control him, I run, I call the police. This is very important too. But if you fight, you don't have time to think about all this. You just think about fight. But if you think about stop the fight, I love to say, like, train to avoid the fight. Train to stop the fight. Don't train to fight. When I'm talking about self-defense again, don't train to fight. I don't train to fight. I train to stop the fight. And trust me, for this, I have some good tools. Like, Many rap women, many children are kidnapped all around the world, not just in Mexico or in America. In Europe, it's very common. When they kidnap a woman or children, it's 3 seconds. They put in the car go, nobody see the car, nobody see the face. Because many people, they ask me a program for women and for children. Again, you train your children to go boxing or MMA against big guys. It's stupid. Again, we need time. I create some move, I create some technique, I create some strategy to win time, not to avoid the kidnapping. For sure, we train first to avoid. But when the moment is here, if we have children, I create some move to wait 20 seconds. In 20 seconds, many people can see the action. Many people can call the police. Many people can call the face of the guys, the car, to give information to the police. This is what I want to help the people too. The future now, I start the Mastro online. It's an online course, and again, it's based off the awareness situation and simple move to survive and go home. This is what I want, and it's an evolution of self-defense for me. It's an evolution of martial art. Every 10, 20 years, one guy like Rose Gracie, I'm a big fan of the Gracie family, they change the way of martial arts. But it's not new. They trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu many years before, but they changed the vision of martial art. And I want to change the vision of martial art for the street or self-defense part. Now I have many schools in the world, but I choose. For me, every representative of MDS need to be a good man or good girl before to be a good fighter. This is very important, because what is my job is to inspire the people and to make an image. This is very important. This is why I don't respect champions that they misrespect outside of the ring. If you know me, I like to joke. Every seminar is very important to joke. It's very important just to say good morning. How many seminars so in the world, the instructor arrives, he don't say hello. I don't understand. I'm talking about education. I'm not talking about martial art. All my seminar, minimum is 100 people, 200 people. In Tunisia, 6 months ago, I have 500 people to my seminar. 500 people to my seminar. And I try to check in with all the people. But it's just education. When I was young, some of my friends, they come to my house with children and they don't say good morning. It's just education. And I want to educate people with self-defense. And education, you start for respect. Just to say hello, just to say bye-bye. If someone push me in the street, trust me, I don't fight. I avoid, okay, not 5 times. But it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You push me, okay, no problem. For sure, 20 years ago, it's not because I'm better now. I'm just a little bit more intelligent, less stupid. This is the evolution again. It's like unboxing. What is the boxing position 20 years ago? It was like this. Now it's like this. Evolution. And it's not possible to use the whole martial art technique, perhaps in some case, but not for all the case. You need evolution. Now I start in USA. I have many schools around the world. And now in USA too, with the good guys. And again, it's to create a family. It's always an event. I have a seminar yesterday, and my guys come from all the USA just to be together. And after, I'm very proud that they share this in their country. But they share not just the knowledge. They share the love, the respect, all this. This is what I'm proud. All the people now, they stay in contact. My guys from Poland is in contact with New York is in contact with Singapore, with this. I'm so happy when I saw in Facebook, my students in contact with this one, and I'm very proud to inspire the people, because like this you become better. You become better. And if you are better in your life, you understand more what is survive. Because you don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I don't like to fight. I like to fight many years ago, for sure, for free. Every day. But now I change. It's again the evolution. If I fight to survive. But you need to have the tools to survive, not just the principle. This is very important. I try to share all around the world. Many people, they don't like, because they said that I share all the technique around the world, and the bad guys can take the technique. You think the bad guys wait about Fred Mastro to have the knowledge to attack the people? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But again, when they talk bad about MMA against self-defense, the bad guys is not a champion of MMA. The champion of MMA don't attack people in the street. The champion of MMA don't rob the woman in the street. What is completely? It just because they have a big ego and too much product on the body. Me, I don't need product. I need to survive. But if you come to visit me in the morning, it's not good, because I don't like to wake up early, and the fight was very short. Trust me, the fight was very short. I break your face with the hammer. I don't fight with you. It's better if you want to fight with me in the night. I'm cool. I'm cool. But in the morning, be careful to my hammer. And when I was young, for sure, improvised weapon will be the best. But when you work like a bouncer in Belgium, like I said to you before, all the weapon is illegal. Knife, pepper spray, handcuff, gun, it's illegal. Baton, all it's illegal. But the hammer, it's illegal, but it's a normal tools. And the hammer saved my life many times. And now, just my mother put me a scratch inside, and I have my hammer inside, and I can take the hammer like a stick, like a ISP. Yeah, I love to create many stuff like this. The same inside here, just to protect against knife, against bottle inside the bar. Yeah, I love to create many. When I was young and little bouncer, I work with bottle, big bottle, close to my door. Every time I have bottle. This is improvised weapon. And sometimes I used it because one guys go to a woman in the parking, and I stop the car with the bottle. I'm stunned, guys, but this time I stopped the bottle. I stopped the car with the bottle. And after, I have a very love conversation with these guys. A very good conversation with these guys. No, I'm sorry, monologue, because dialogue is two people. This time it was just a monologue. And this is why I use all my fight, all the fight I saw to, and I look how they start, what is the injury, what is the consequence, and I use all this to explain to the people. Because again, the champion don't attack you in the street. I love to say, when is the last time the GSP attacked women in the street? When the last time Mayweather attacked a bouncer? Only stupid guys, only drugs guys too, because many champions of MMA, without steroid and without drugs, they are little puppy. This is the reality. But me, I'm not the best, but I'm ready at 8 o'clock in the morning or midnight. I'm ready. But I try to avoid, for sure. But now, I'm older, and this is what the people, they want. They don't have time to train now every day. It's a new generation of working. The men work, the women work, you have the children, you don't have time to go to the dojo every day. It's a new relation with the family now. And when you have moment, you want to stay home with your family. And you go for training 1 time or 2 times every week, but for the body, for the health. And this is why if you come to MDS seminar, you can have some tools that you can use tomorrow. You can use tonight, not in 6 months. We don't have time, it's too late. If you understand me, it's too late. It's too late for prevention. It's too late for this. Now it's time to create the survive population. And trust me, in America is not better than Europe. It's the same in America. And it's just the beginning again. It's not the end. Because all the bad guys, they attack you for nothing now. They attack you for the clocks, they attack you for the phone. Every day. They buy the people for a cell phone. I explained many years ago when they go robbery in the house, what is the job of the guys? No noise, he take all in the house and he go back. He don't want problem. Now, they come, they bite you, they fight with you, they shoot you, and they take your money. Again, evolution of violence. And I just want to grow with this evolution. Because if you stay here and the violences come here, how you can fight against this? For me, it's not possible. And for sure, MMA, it's a good sport, English is a good sport too, but if you fight, if you work like a bouncer or police officer or bodyguard, I need to work tomorrow. When I work sometimes, I work many years, 3-4 nights, every week. If I fight every night with my punch, I have a punch like this, I break my hand, but tomorrow I need to work. And after tomorrow I need to work again, not to go in holiday, just for my family. And this is why I create also the program for the police, for the bouncer, for this, to save his life, but to protect his body too. And don't forget, in some country, we are not in Afghanistan, we are not in Israel, we are not in many countries, not the war. This is very important. When I saw some defense, the finger in the eyes, this kind of move, the stick on the throat, yes, but just don't forget to tell to your student, this is for survive, not to fight. If you fight with someone, why you put your pen on the throat just for fight? You can kill the guys just for fight. But if he come to attack you for your life, for sure, please, make your job. Make your job. This is what I want to help the people. In America, I'm a big fan of in America because you have gun. And now you can mix empty hand, transition with a gun. This is nice too. I have many police officers, they write me a paper because they avoid to kill people. Sometimes, if you see many in USA more than Europe, if they see a knife, they shoot you 10 times. But perhaps these guys have a personal problem at home. Perhaps he discovered his wife with another guy and he take a knife because he became crazy. This day is not a bad guy, but this day is a bad day. For me, is why you kill these guys. But with some technique, you can disarm him, or you can be a prevention just to not to kill immediately the people. I love to say, train to kill the bad people, not the good people. And many attacker is depending why they attack you. They attack you because you, or they attack you because they want your money. If he want just your money, why you kill him? But with MDS, we have different level. We stop the attack because we don't have time to analyze, oh, he want to kill me, he want to robbery me. No, we stop the attack, and after we can analyze what's happened. I give you 1 or 2 seconds to have the chance to think about what is best, what is better now. If you fight, you cannot think about this. You need to think about the next punch. You need to think about the next kick. In MDS, survive, don't think about this. Think about go back home and watch TV with your family. Yes, and train to survive, but you need the tools to avoid the fight, the tools to go back home. This is very important. Don't train to fight, train to avoid the fight, train to not fight. This is MDS. I know sometimes it's difficult to understand, but I train to stop the fight, not to fight. And after, if you stop the fight, you have time to analyze 1 second, because the fight is 1-2 seconds. What's happened now? I need to finish the guys, I need to run. And when I teach self-defense, first time is stop the fight and run. Stop the fight and go back home. This is very important. But for this, you need to have the tools. And you need to know all the martial art, not just one. All the people, they want to be a samurai. Correct? Samurai. What is the training of the samurai 500 years ago? Only judo? Only bokken? They train all. All the people, they want to be samurai? Okay, train like a samurai. And to a samurai, train all the style. And he respect all the style. And he use the good technique at the good moment. Now the people, they want to be the best with one style. Okay, good luck. Same discussion that we have many times with many people around the world. What about knife? What about against the knife? Yeah, for sure. Against the knife, the best technique in the world is to run. Yes, no problem. But if you are with your children and your family in the parking, and one guy comes with a knife, you run? If you are a police officer and you see the fight with knife, you run? If you are VIP protection and you see a fight and someone show you a knife with your client, you run? If you work in jail and the fight with knife, you run? This is what some people don't understand. Yes, it's better to run. It's impossible to survive or to be not injured against a knife. Yes, I agree 100%, but I train you against knife. It's a big part of MDS, you know, it's a big part of MDS. Why? Because if someone attacked my family, I died for my family. It's my choice. My wife and my children, they know. If we are in some place, I teach this to my family many years ago, and someone come to stop Papa, run. Don't help me. Don't stay. Run. And I give my life. This is what I want for the people too. If you are a bodyguard, I have this 2 times in my life, and the guys show a knife. I say to my client, I'm sorry, Fred said, I need to run, bye-bye. No, you need to fight. You need to deal with this. And after, I give you the tools for this. How to put your arm close to the body, this part, never this part, to protect the tendon, to protect this. After, it's just to be a natural move, and just to try to block the first one if you can, and back. This is what I teach. I don't teach a traditional move to avoid, to disarm the guys, to cut the guys. Perfect for the movie. I'm a stunt coordinator, I'm a fight choreographer too. It's perfect for movie. But in reality, Terminator, it's only on TV. Jason Wick, it's only on TV. Jason Bourne, it's only on TV. But now, all the people, they want the identification to the star of the movie. But this is why they are famous, because it's movie. Sometimes I say to people, you know that Rambo is movie? And 25 years ago, 35 years ago, Charleroi was very dangerous, like now, but in the night. In the journey, you can go to the store, you have a normal life. It's completely different when the lights go down and all the bad guys go out for traffic, for business. Now, the traffic, the business is outside of the school, is in the journey. They attack people in the journey. No place, no safety place now. It's very, very different. But also the criminality go up, and they call this light criminality. This is what is incredible. It's a light criminality. They attack the people every day to take the money, to take the chain. This is the new rules in France. And now in Belgium, in Brussels. They run to the street, and when they see people with a big gold, and they take the gold, they take the watch, just to eat again. This is what you cannot stop this. This is why I explained that it's just the beginning. Because the guys, if he stop to robbery, tomorrow he cannot eat. Why he stop? It's impossible for him to stop. It's not because he like to attack people. For many attack in the street, it's not because they like to attack the people. They attack the people for heat, for drugs, just to have a normal life. In Charleroi, in my town, they attack you for your basket, for your shoes, because they don't have shoes. I can understand this. I cannot agree, but I can understand this. But this became more and more every day. Now you need to be aware every time in the journey. Every time. Some part of Charleroi, I don't go with my children or my wife. When I go alone. It's prohibited to my wife now to go to this store or this store. You need to choose the good moment, the good place. And some cities are safe in Belgium. Now I live 40 kilometers from Charleroi. It's a whole farm, like I said to you before. It's 40 kilometers from Charleroi. It's another life. It's campaign, it's little less dangerous because I would like this for my family now. Impossible in Charleroi. In the school, fight every day at the school. They rocket the people every day at the school. Drugs, it's incredible. The drugs in Belgium, it's incredible. Like I said, you have Belgium, France, Germany, Holland, 1 hour drive. Easy to have gun, drugs in Belgium. 10 minutes, you need drugs, 2 seconds. You need a gun, 5 minutes. Like I said, only the bad guys have a gun in Belgium. All the bad guys have a gun. But the good guys now, they want to stop the gun for the good guys because many people die with a gun. But nobody kill people with a legal gun. All the bad guys, they are not legal gun. They kill the terrorists, they don't kill with the legal Kalashnikov. Now they want to stop all the Kalashnikov in Belgium. Impossible to have automatic, you need one by one, boom, boom, because terrorism. But 100% of the weapons of the terrorists are illegal. It's not legal, you don't go to the store to buy a legal Kalashnikov to kill the people. And like this, all the bad people have a gun, but they took out the gun for the good people. This is what incredible. And the problem is with this, many people, they became racist. It's not good because they don't analyze. I'm not racist, but I'm careful about the face, about not the color of the face, but about how you look me. What is your eyes? I want to see I can see in your eyes what you want. This is very important. And for this, many people became racist. It's just incredible. But it's not good because you start a new war because many Muslims are good. Many of my friends are Muslim. The good Muslim is good people. I go to Tunisia, I go to Morocco, I go to Turkey. It was perfect. The people are respectful. Yes, and they have the rules. They have some tradition, like me in Italy. We have some tradition. It's not because we are extremists. It's tradition. I respect your tradition, but for me, I don't respect if you want to impose this to me. Your tradition, I respect. You need to respect mine too. But all these people, now they leave the country, the bad country. Why? Because it's better in Europe, in America. They have money without working. In Morocco, if you don't work, you don't have money. The government don't give you the money. But in Belgium, they give you the money. You know one thing, I don't know if we put this, two things. The first thing now is 3 years. When is, what, you know in English, Ramadan?
Ramadan.
Okay? When is the Ramadan in jail, the Belgian people, it's finished to have the dinner at noon. Finish. Yeah, because the Ramadan, they can not eat at noon. And they lose one dinner. And now the European Commission said now it's the same. No dinner for the in jail with the Ramadan. This is one of the things.
Have reached voicemail box of 9, 7,